Hi, I'm Terry and I'm nuts about stamping. I'm back today with another Sundays with Sizzix project. I'm going to create a thankful card or a thank you card using my Big Shot and a couple of different products. So my card base is going to be very vanilla. I've cut it 8.5 by 5.5. I put it on the Simply Scored and scored it at the 4 1/4 mark. And my card base is actually going to be shaped this way. The next thing I want to do is create a layer for the front of that card, and I'm going to do that by using my Apothecary Accents framelits. I'm going to take this framelit and I'm going to cut a window in the center of that card front layer. So I've got my magnetic platform, my bottom standard cutting pad. I've got a piece of very vanilla cardstock that's cut 4 by 5 1/4 inches. And then I'm going to put my top standard cutting pad on and I'm going to run it through the Big Shot. There we go, and that has cut a really cute little window in the center of the card. And then I have a piece of Sweater Weather Designer Series paper that I have cut large enough to be behind the window. So I'm going to bring in my snail adhesive and I'm going to put some snail on the back side of the window piece. And then I'm going to attach my Designer Series paper. And I think the key is, since there are stripes in this paper, you want to make sure that the stripes are level, which takes a bit of adjusting. It's not that difficult though. There we go. All right, so the next thing I want to do is use another product for my Big Shot. I'm going to use the magnetic platform again and the bottom standard cutting pad. And I'm going to bring in my Expressions Thinlits dies. I love these dies. They're so much fun to play with. And the last time I did a video tutorial using them, I really didn't know what I was doing. I have it organized and straight now so I can give you the best advice possible. I've taken the Thankful Thinlit and I have a piece of chocolate chip cardstock that's cut, I think it's 5.5 by 2. 5.5 by 2. And here's what you want to do when you use these Expression Thinlits. You want to cut a piece of wax paper that's about the same size as the cardstock you're going to be die cutting out. And you put that wax paper between your cardstock and your Thinlit. And then you put the top standard cutting pad on and you run it through the Big Shot. Then it makes it so much easier to get the letters of the Thinlit to peel off of. You can see it's just falling off. You poke out the bigger holes. You can just use your fingernails, or I use my paper piercing tool. And you just poke out the bigger holes in the Thinlit, and then there's these little round holes, and by poking those out, you can see what happens is it starts to peel off the Thinlit very easily. So you end up with your chocolate chip word, and then you have a wax paper word that you just throw out, and there you go. It's quick and easy. Now, to attach your Expressions Thinlit to your card front or your card front layer, I've got a great tip for you. If you don't have one of these silicone pads that we sell, you want to pick one up right away. It's perfect for adhering things to other things. And here's why. What you're going to do is turn your Expressions Thinlit over, try and hold it in place so it doesn't slip, and then you're just going to apply a liberal amount of two-way glue pen. The two-way glue pen comes out with blue glue, but when it dries, the glue is clear. So if you happen to get any on the front side of the Thinlit, don't worry about it. You can just quickly wipe it off with your finger, and if you miss a bit, it'll just dry clear, so you won't see it. So what you're going to do is apply lots of the two-way glue pen, and then you just leave the amount that's smeared off onto the silicone pad, and when it dries, you just wipe it off, and you're good to go. It's great. All right, and then I'm going to lay my thankful on the front of my card, like so. And there we go. And then I want to add one more detail. I'm going to use my Itty Bitty Banners and the For You stamp, along with crushed curry, because crushed curry is one of the colors in the Sweater Weather Designer Series paper. And I'm going to ink up the For You, and I'm going to stamp it down on the card front. There we go. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the card base, and I'm going to attach my layer to the front of the card by using some Stampin' Dimensional. So it just lifts it off. You can use as many as you want. I find one in each corner works just fine. And so it'll lift this layer off the card base and just give it a little bit of added wow. So peel off the tails on that, and then bring in your card base. And there we go. A super cute and very easy to create thankful card or a thank you card for somebody special. For a complete listing of the supplies that I used to make this card and the measurements for the cardstock and Designer Series paper layers, please visit my blog, www.nutsaboutsstamping.com. While on my blog, you'll want to subscribe to my customer newsletter. It's free, and I send out additional ideas each month that you won't see anywhere else. You can also like me on Facebook. I have other project ideas that I post on my Facebook business page. You can ask me a question, or you can place an order for the products I used to make this card. I'm Terry. I am Nuts About Stamping. See you next time. Bye for now.